Please let me make something beautiful. Thing that reminds us there's good in the world. Thing that reminds us there's still something out there worth fighting for.
So much for my slide. Our property is turning into Janine's junkyard. Last summer, the year 2024, I had a rather abrupt wake-up call. Now, this was the first year that we had a child in school. I was so enjoying the summer, and it just hit me how incredibly short 3 months of summer vacation are. And with that came the uncomfortable realization that if I start counting the amount of summers I have left with my oldest child being in the child years, I don't have very many. It's like 5 summers left until he's a teenager. 5 short summers. I did not want to acknowledge this truth, but I had to sit there in the discomfort of those facts. There's something so priceless about the young child stage, and we only have it for a blink of time. Now, isn't one of the wonders of childhood to have a treehouse in your backyard? Nolan had been saying that he would love to build a treehouse, but it was still kind of one of those things we were still hashing over. And then when this whole realization hit me of how quickly the summers fly, I was like, you know what, we need to hurry up and actually do this thing, or our oldest will be already past the stage where a treehouse is a lot of fun. In this video, I'm going to be showing where we started, how we tried to save money, finding free things, Facebook Marketplace, and then I'm going to end with where we are now and what we would like to hopefully do this summer as well. We started this project with a few ideas, but not really a complete drawn out plan. We kind of winged it as we went. One thing I really wanted for the children was a zip line in the backyard. Tonight we are installing the zip line. Xander's been waiting for this day. Found a zip line on Facebook Marketplace for 40 bucks. It was brand new in the box. For the length we needed it, we need about 105 feet. So we got a 120-foot zip line. Our goal is to build like a tree house in here, and then the zip line's gonna go over to here. Are you telling Dad what to do?
Yeah.
These are the moments that hold us together. There will be
I'm helping build the zip line too.
for the rest of our lives.
Takes brains.
These are the moments,
Just jump.
the ones we wait.
It's very low. Scratching. Whenever I sit on it.
Boom, you hit the ground. We got a little low. We keep putting this higher and higher and higher because we kind of want the adults to be able to ride it too. Xander can ride it now, but he's even almost scraping. It's amazing how much these things drop. So we were hoping we wouldn't have to have too high of a platform when we build it, but we might just have to.
Probably put this up to the first.
That got loose again. Something isn't.
Okay. It is pretty much dark now, and Nolan has everything tightened up at the height that is about as high as we can go. So he is going to test it. This will be fun to see. Have to go up pretty high.
Do it feels like it ought to work.
It worked!
There we go.
You don't have it right, I don't have it right!
Going to catch bad guys.
Hold on tight!
Yeah. Oh, that is the age to do that. That is cool. Wow, bud, that looked like fun.
So we found a little bucket swing for Lexi on Marketplace for 10 bucks, just down the road. And we thought it'd be neat to have an option for her to ride the zip lines. Oh.
I don't wanna miss it all somehow. Looking everywhere but here and now. Holding every moment well. Keep them alive. These are the moments. Watch as the pages turn. Every new chapter.
Pull your legs in.
Something to learn.
So, in an attempt to save money, on Facebook Marketplace, we had seen that there was free deck boards. Now, these were the composite decking that are like really tough and last forever. It was free for the taking if you took apart the deck. So, bless Nolan's heart, after work one day, he went and ripped off a bunch of the composite decking. And so we had free decking for the decks of the Treehouse. I was also looking for other playground parts. And when you look on Facebook Marketplace, there's actually quite a bit of free playgrounds around if you go and take them apart. So we found one where we really liked the accessories that were on the playground. There was a fire pole, a few different slides, swings, different things like that. If we took it apart, we could keep everything. Xander's working for his treehouse. All right, it didn't take us near as long to get this thing down as I thought it would. This was definitely worth the drive. There's a lot of nice parts and pieces. The wood part is pretty old. It probably could have been salvaged, some of it, but loving all the swing set parts. But man, is it a hot, humid day. So we were able to pick up different free things like this. Super helpful, super handy, just takes time, labor, and driving there. Now, we didn't need all of the accessories, but what I realized after we got these back is that playground parts actually sell for a decent amount of money. We were able to sell some of the parts that we didn't need, and like maybe a slide for $50. I think one went for $75. Anyway, and when I realized that, I actually found another free playground, and I paid a friend of mine to go take it apart, bring it home so I could use some of the things, and I sold enough of the other things, I believe, to pay off what I had to pay him to take it apart. So that way we didn't have to go take it apart. He was happy to do it, brought it home, and I was able to sell some of the stuff to pay that off. So our property is turning into Janine's junkyard. Anyway, just kind of showing you a rigmarole of what we did.
Really?
Doesn't it look like a junkyard?
I don't.
You don't think it looks like a junkyard?
We're gonna use all this stuff and sell it.
They've had monkey bars. Nets are so expensive. I've been looking for different nets, climbing nets. You can easily pay $100, $200 or more for a net. Our next goal was just to build a platform at the correct height for the zip line, and then if that's all we got done that summer, that's what would get done. But I was secretly hoping we'd get a whole bunch more done.
Slide up! Bye 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 bye.
We're out working again at the Treehouse. I haven't been faithful at recording. Nolan built the platform, and then Xander and I came out and we finished the deck boards. Took quite a while cutting around the tree. The man of the hour.
How about that? You did a lot of work here.
Thanks. So what I really want to do is have a platform a little bit lower with another slide. We have 2 slides, and then we want railings to make it safe so Lexi can be up high, because this is like a 6.5 foot deck, and then we're planning to do another big one up into the tree. So we want to make it so it's safe, that little ones can crawl up and around and that there's no way they can fall down. So we're just kind of feeling our way and how we want to do this and how to build it.
Lexi, move your...
Watch the piggies.
We had some visitors here, and someone asked Xander, who comes up with all this, and he's like, Mom comes up with the ideas and Dad does the work. Anyway, is that a good or bad thing? But planning things like this just brings out the inner child in me, and Xander and I have been having so much fun planning all the little things we want to do up in his treehouse.
Please let me make something beautiful. A thing that reminds us there's good in the world. A thing that reminds us there's still something out there worth fighting.
Pull it through here. Moment of truth. Is that side gonna fit?
Cause it feels like the world has gone crazy, spinning faster and cheaper than ever before.
We're back out at Xander's little treehouse. I've decided I'm gonna attempt to finish building this, see what Nolan says, but I think I can piece it together. This is kind of just some contraption we're just sort of winging and putting up. So, see how it goes. Or this way, That ain't square.
Please let me make something beautiful. A thing that reminds us there's good in the world.
Okay.
I'll see. Mom, bake. Snap perfect.
Look at that. Are we good or what?
Yeah.
There.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now I'll do the same.
Not too hard.
Perfection. I have a big.
Okay.
A big.
All right. I got the deck built as far as the base, the platform. It is definitely probably not quite passing Nolan's inspection, but hey, he didn't have to do it. So don't look at some of my cuts. They're not exactly the most straight, but it's solid. And I think we'll make this work. So yeah, I'm pretty tickled. All these corners still need trimmed off. And these are just supports for now. Do you want to screw in?
Yeah.
And I'll cut. Okay.
I wanna write it all down, every detail, every tiny sound, the way your hair smells. Nightlight shadows on the wall, summer salts and cannonballs. I wanna soak it all in, every memory. The way you smile when you see me. I wanna pick you up, well I still can. Time is running faster than I am.
That looks so
Let
cool.
me hold you closer.
What is it, Lexi?
Ooh, someday you'll be older.
And then
You will always be my child, but you're only little for a little while. The weight of your head upon my shoulder, your tattered red homework folder, sun-kissed cheeks and playground dirt. The way you reach for me when you get hurt, how you twist your hair when you're sleepy. It's the rainy day hide and seeking, story times and lullabies. These are things I wanna memorize. Let me hold you closer. Ooh, someday you'll be older. You will always be my child, but you're only little for a little while.
So I'm gonna
it's max stinking perfect.
Okay. All right, I have made steps going up to the second platform. Don't ask how well I did them. This top one, I could not get the cut quite right because it's at such an angle. So I got it fairly close, but it's a pretty wide gap. I might use it as a template and try another one. I'm so tickled with how this is turning out, and I'm finishing up the majority of it for Nolan. Those are Daddy's screws, yes. Later on, we did swap out these steps for even wider ones because they were almost too narrow, too close together when climbing up to the next deck. Now we had a longer slide, I think it was a 12-footer that came with a free play set. I decided to set that up on the upper deck. It was pretty steep and sent the children shooting off the edge. It was not meant for a 7-foot deck, and it really shot the children off, which was a little bit dangerous, but we thought we would keep it anyway. And then for the smaller slide, we set it on the other side of the deck. Now on that free swing set that we took apart, there was a fire pole, which was something I really wanted. It was amazing to have. So we were able to take that, also put it on the upper platform. It's concreted. Yep. Have a place where you can go either on the zip line or swing over and go down the fire pole.
Guys, I just don't step in the concrete.
What? The project was coming along well when suddenly I had a God wink. Originally, when we were building this whole thing, I had envisioned how much fun it would be to have one of those open spiral slides, not like the closed ones that are so common, but open. I'd seen another lady do this and it is super cool. Anyway, I started looking at them and they're like a commercial slide. They cost like $2,000 to $3,000. But anyway, I'm like, well, that's not possible. Started looking for used ones. There's hardly any anywhere ever. The closed ones are very popular, but not the open ones. Anyway, so I kind of gave it up and suddenly on Facebook Marketplace, one pops up for free. Come on, this is crazy. And so we might be able to get a spiral slide in here after all. We're headed off as a family to go get it.
Much Gatorade, or maybe even nicer.
It was in really poor condition and we refurbished it.
Oh, nice.
But here, let me,
That lady, I wish she was my neighbor. Her backyard, and she's like an ultimate DIYer, is constantly into building new things and doing things for the kid. And the crazy thing is with this slide, she said she's had it on for about a week. And a lot of people, she's probably had over 50 people interested in it, but she knew a lot of them wanted it to just resell, and she wanted it to go to a place with kids. And when I told her we were building a treehouse, she let us have it, which is amazing. So this has been a find and a half, and I'm just amazed that she's giving it away. So that was so kind. The only downside of it is she had painted it blue and it kind of took the slippiness out of it. She's like, oh, you can just put polyurethane on top and it'll work. But after I brought it home, I realized that's not going to work very well. Woo-wee!
Boy, it looks like.
Watch it, Shmo. Get a block.
Okay.
Put it on here and block it out, and then we can just fasten this metal thing to that block.
I am trying to decide if I should repaint the center or strip the whole thing and have it yellow. I don't like yellow. I didn't want it. Seems like a garish color for this big of a slide, but as far as the slipperiness goes, the original yellow is definitely smooth, and the paint, I just can't see it sliding nearly as well. Anyway, unless we would just kind of strip the inside and leave the outside blue. I don't know, I'm not sure what to do. And then that's when I really began to put some elbow grease into it and stripped off the paint as much as I could with a high pressure washer.
They're coming off hardly. Some places it just flakes off, but some it just hardly gets off. That part.
There we go. All right.
No.
This white piece here sticks down in this concrete pier, I don't know, 5-6 inches. And it has a little metal tab that has to be lined up a certain way. And I just kind of guessed that we're gonna get it at the right spot. So
Now's
yeah.
the moment of truth.
I think we can use a Sawzall or grinder and make it work if it isn't quite right.
He had laid the foundation just before the weather got bad, so it's been a while since we worked at it. I started staining just a little bit, but I have a lot of work yet to do with the staining, but we're gonna set the slide a while. Hopefully it all works.
We're high.
Woo! Woo! You do it! Believe it or not, Nolan got it super close with his guessing with that little thing, and it is fairly accurate up top. My original plan was to paint this, but I just keep rolling it around in my mind if it's gonna look worse, because I don't want to paint the slide part. And I spray painted it as much as I could. Some of the stuff just will not come off, or not spray painted. I pressure washed this as much as I could, and it left it like speckly, and I think it kind of matches in with the blue. So I'm wondering if I would paint the bottom parts, if it would just make everything look really weird with a couple different colors. I'm thinking like a navy to match better, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it. It would be a lot less work. I did decide I'm gonna paint this. Our plan is we're gonna take this down again, but my rough idea, I don't really know what I'm doing. I have plastic tape sort of roughly in the middle. I want to like paint underneath and then mist a little bit more over here. The problem is I'm doing a primer and a paint because this is oil-based and I have to do water-based on top. I hope this isn't all fruitless. But anyway, my hope is get this a little more solid, but then it'll mist down over. But it actually is going on super nice, and I'm happy with how the sprayer paints along here, and it just kind of melts a little bit, or fades-ish. But it does sort of a nice edge. I think it's gonna look okay. I really do. So it's just taking so much time, and I hate painting. Painting is like one of the worst things for me. I despise it because it's messy, and then you're like trying to take care of children in between, and then they get into things, and it's not like you can just, yeah, and then you have to quit and come back and clean up, and yeah, I'm just not a fan of painting. I completely painted the whole thing. I tried to keep the yellow in the middle and fade it out, but first it was working with the little hand sprayer. It was doing really well. But then that thing broke, so we got like a more powerful one. Nolan's been wanting one anyway. It was just looking horrible. I was trying to blend it together, still didn't work. So I just went and painted the whole thing. And my hopes is I'll put some lacquer or polyurethane on top to make it a little bit slippier, hopefully. Now, I am apprehensive about this slide, but I've let it cure now for probably 3 weeks. I'm going to put polyurethane on top. It's like an outdoor water-based spar urethane. That's not gonna work. So much for my slide. It's just peeling off. All right, it's coming right off. I thought it was stuck on better. I love how it looks right now, but there's gonna be yellow right down through the middle, and hopefully the rest of it stays. This was the slippy part that I didn't put anything on, which is fine. I did want it to stay slippy, but look at this. This was a big fail, and I have a feeling that paint is not gonna last one iota because it's just peeling everywhere. I'm really hoping the bottom stays this color, but now we have a slide that's 3 different colors. Yellow, the blue that it was before, and like a dark navy, but they don't clash. And I like the fact that the underside is at least solid and kind of mutes up the yellow. But you know what? Life is too short. The older I get, the more I realize it doesn't matter. You don't need to stress over little things like paint not going the right way. I pressure washed everything off and tried to get it kind of up to the edges. And I'm wondering if there's any kind of glue, clear drying glue that I could put around all the edges of the paint to kind of help bond it. So my solution that I'm going to try, I have no idea if this is going to work for the peeling paint, is this. It's called Peel Stop, and it's like a clear binding sealer. I'm just planning to do it right around the edges where the paint is flaking and like on the rails where the children's hands go. I don't know if it's going to work, but I think the paint is going to hold up on underneath the slide. Fingers crossed, but it's the main slide traffic area I'm worried about. You know how these cans always say, test on an inconspicuous area? Well, this mama doesn't have time to wait for an inconspicuous area to dry. I have like 30 minutes to get the painting done, and the inconspicuous area would probably take an hour or 2 to dry. Who has time for that? Who has time to wait for inconspicuous areas to dry? Not me. Okay, so in all reality, it's not that bad. I figured this might happen. It dries sort of like a milky clear, and so you can tell where the brush strokes are on the blue. Which is kind of a pain. It looks a little bit like a child's play. Didn't do the paint job right. We're not gonna sweat it. Don't sweat the small stuff. And I have spilled this. One thing that's kind of a bummer, when I was pressure washing the slide, the center part, paint chips were flying everywhere and they really stuck to different parts of the treehouse. So there's like blue paint chips and they come off rather difficult. I'm not going to really worry about it. This has been taking too much time, but it is a bummer, especially right here. I've been trying to scrape some of them off, but it's not working too well. It's kind of taking off some of the finish. So I guess we'll just leave it. Oh well, thankfully it's dark enough. It's not too bad. I'm really liking using the sticks for the rails. It gives it a real rustic look and kind of pulls a treehouse thing together. I'm just cutting randomly. It's not perfection, but I just want to do this side. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to film up here because it's so tight. We'll see how it looks from down here. Ah, yes, I like this. It pulls the treehouse more into the tree, giving it sort of that rustic look. So yeah. I'm super happy with this, how it turned out. We'll see how long they last. I'm sure we'll have to keep changing out the railings because it is wood and it will likely crack and whatnot over time. But it looks amazing. So this is the completed treehouse as of summer 2025, but we want to build more. There is a space right up in here that will be perfect for a higher deck. So you can see on the top there we have that pole higher. We're planning to build a deck up high, and then there's going to be like a little ladder here that can go up over to that deck. And we want to make sure that's secure and safe. And there is another tree over here. I have a feeling this won't get done this summer, but I would love to have another platform over there on that tree and then make a swinging bridge between the upper platform that we're hoping to build this summer on this side and put it over there. But that's for another video if we do get to that. Anyway, those are some of our visions. I don't know if they will happen. We are so thrilled with what we have gotten done so far, and the children have a lot of fun on it. So it's been definitely worth all the effort, has a lot of memories in making, and I'm thankful that we got it done when Xander was still 7. He's 8 now, and we still have enough of summers left with him that he can enjoy it as a child before he turns a teenager. So we did get that done. I hope you enjoyed this project video. It has been a while since we've done one. We'll see you around next time.
Thanks. Bunny, you want to go downside? Yeah! Wee! Wee! Yeah! Okay.